Hi, I'm John, and this is my wife Irene, and these are our two sons, Sammy and Theo. And we live full-time in a Class C Winnebago, and we'd like to welcome you to our YouTube channel, Once Upon a Motorhome. Let's rewind a little bit and talk about how it all began. What prompted us to buy a motorhome and live in it? It was July 2016.
When we got the motorhome.
Yeah.
But what prompted us to do that? Well, I don't know, I can't remember anymore how I came across videos of some full-time RVers with a toddler. And at the time, you know, we only had our son, Sammy. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I just thought it was really interesting that people can do that kind of lifestyle with a toddler. And so I showed them to John after he came home from work, and you like them, right?
Yeah, I like the idea.
So it was inspiring, but I don't know that we still thought that we could actually do it. We just kind of talked about it a little bit, but it wasn't like we weren't really that serious about it.
We've always liked the idea of traveling long distances, and the idea of having an RV and living in it and being able to travel more and whenever we want, really, except for I had a job at the time that kept us tied down, but the idea was really appealing to us.
And then, you know, we've always wanted to travel. We've always knew that we wanted to visit all the states. And we've always wished that John could work from home. And so, you know, it's like, it felt that this was like the first step. You know, get the RV so that it makes it possible for us to travel everywhere, especially since, you know, we had a toddler, we knew that we wanted more kids, and so having a house with you wherever you go, you know, when you have little kids, that's really helpful because you can kind of keep their routines similar with the bedtimes and whatnot. So anyway, we felt that getting the motorhome would be the first step in the right direction. You know, I mean, I've been doing some research just to see what's out there and whatnot, and how much things cost and what options there are. And then one day we just decided, well, why don't we go in to a dealership and actually look at them in person? Because, you know, from pictures you can't see what it really feels like on the inside, how big it is, and so we wanted to just get a feel for it.
So we went into an RV dealer and looked around, and they showed us a few, and the first ones they showed us were kind of too big, and then they showed too small, and then they showed us this one, and we just kind of instantly fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And it was the right kind. It had the double bunks that we wanted because we wanted to use a bunk bed to convert into a crib for Sammy, our oldest son.
What I liked about it also was that it had a slide in the living area, you know, so that it had enough space in that area for Sammy to play, you know, for him to crawl over and have some toys out. So I really wanted it to be wider than regular. Yeah, so we were sold on it, really. Yeah,
but we didn't get it right away. We waited a day. We slept on it.
Yeah, we waited a whole day.
Yeah, we went back and thought about it, and then did some research trying to find, you know, if there's any other types like that we wanted in the area. And they're pretty rare apparently around here anyway. And
well, the bunk bed models are pretty rare. And so yeah, we felt like, well, this is really what we want.
And so we went back and decided to jump on it.
It felt a little crazy. But we got it, and then, you know, suddenly we realized, uh-oh, we gotta give our landlord our notice. You know, we had to give him a whole month ahead. So we were thinking, okay, by the end of September we have to be out of the house. And suddenly, you know, we realized we have a 3-bedroom big house. How are we gonna fit in this small motorhome?
We had to downsize a lot.
And a lot.
Yeah. We had a lot of stuff. It was a little house. I mean, compared to a lot of houses, but we had a lot of stuff.
And so the next few weeks were just insane with sorting and trying to decide what to keep and what to get rid of. And of course John still had a job, so he was gone all day, you know, and we had the little toddlers, so packing and sorting things with a toddler around is not easy. So it was crazy, and we wanted to have some yard sales too.
Yeah, we had 3 yard sales in the span of a month.
4 weeks.
4 weeks, and we sold a lot of stuff, and we gave away a lot of stuff.
I mean, at the beginning it was kind of overwhelming a little bit, but as we started doing that, as we started sorting and getting rid of stuff, it felt so good. It just, like, you could feel this weight just kind of falling off.
Well, we were only keeping a lot of that stuff just because we had space for it. We didn't need it.
So it made us, you know, knowing that we're moving into a motorhome and we're gonna have to pay to store whatever we choose to keep, really made us decide whether we actually want to keep this stuff or not.
So we managed to fit all of our belongings that we decided to keep in a 10 by 10 storage unit.
Yeah, and we still, you know, thinking about it now, a year later, we still think that we can downsize a little bit more when we have a chance to work on that. So going back to our story, John's parents offered for us to be able to stay in their driveway, and that was a very generous offer, and we were really excited about it, and it felt like this next step is falling right into the whole plan that we were hoping for, that we could now focus on trying to get John to work from home.
Yeah, because it's been a long dream of ours for me to be able to work from home and do video editing. And so we've been working on that with John still at a job. And then our whole family, we all made the decision to move across the state. And so John had to quit his job, and at that point it felt like, hey, this is another opportunity. It's a chance to start something new, because he already had to quit his job. And so we decided to try the video editing business, and that's what we're doing right now. And also, right before then, we found out that we were expecting another baby, Theo. Yeah. And so, as his birth was nearing, we realized that we needed to do some work in the motorhome to accommodate another baby, and John's parents offered us a place to stay in their house, so John could really get to work on the motorhome to get it ready. So we've done quite an extensive remodel project on one of the slides, and we have plans for doing a lot more in the whole motorhome. But the beginning was motivated by having to make a bed for Sammy so Theo here could take over the crib. Well, and then we started thinking about all the other projects that would make our life easier and, you know, would make our motorhome feel more like home to us. You know, got inspired by some Pinterest and other places when we saw what people do with their motorhomes, and we thought, well, since John's gonna do so much already, why not do a little bit more to make it better? And so that's the state the motorhome is in right now. It's ripped apart, basically. We're gonna make another video where John will go into more details about the renovations that he's doing, and maybe show a few clips of the inside of what it looks like right now. But the kicker is that we're going on a trip in a couple weeks. And we're hoping that at least he'll finish the slide so the boys have beds to sleep in before we have to go. So this trip we're going on is our first long trip in our motorhome. We're going to Wyoming for about 3 weeks and to see the solar eclipse, which has been John's dream for a long time. Yeah, we've been planning this particular trip for a year now. So this will be our first trip that we're vlogging, and if you'd like to see our adventures, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Yeah, we're gonna head out now and make a trip to Home Depot to get a few supplies for our motorhome renovation. So we'll see you next time. All right, bye. Bye.